Okay, in this video what we're going to do is we're going to look at some equations that have brackets in them. So you're going to have to use everything that you've used so far about solving equations. There's just one extra step, and that is if you have something like this, 3 times y minus 2, and that's in brackets, is equal to 8 minus 4y. So the first step that you're going to have to do is just expand the bracket. So we know that this 3 outside of the brackets means that I multiply it by both terms inside the bracket. So 3 times y is 3y, and 3 times minus 2 gives me minus 6, and that's equal to 8 minus 4y. Okay, so now I've got an equation with unknowns, my variable, on both sides of the equal sign, so I'm going to have to deal with that. So remember from the last video, what we did was we looked at the coefficient of the variables. So the coefficient of y here is 3, and the coefficient of y here is minus 4. So minus 4 is the smaller one, so we're going to get rid of that one on the right-hand side first. Now, because I've got minus 4, in order to make that 0, I need to add 4 to both sides, or add 4y to both sides. Okay, and whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other. So on this side, we've got 3y plus 4y, so that gives us 7y minus 6, so that's just that minus 6 here. And that's equal to 8, so we have that 8. Minus 4y plus 4y, that's 0. Okay, so now we've got 7y minus 6 is equal to 8. And now we can just solve like normal. So I'm going to add 6 to both sides. And on the left, what I've got is 7y minus 6 plus 6, that's 0. And then 8 plus 6 is 14. So I've got 7y is equal to 14. Divide both sides by 7. Those cancel out, and that gives me y is equal to 14 divided by 7, which is 2. Okay, we're just going to do one more example, so you can go ahead and try this if you'd like to before I do it, or you can follow along with me. So on the left side here, we don't have any bracket, so we're just going to rewrite what's already there. 9y plus 11, that's equal to, now we've got to multiply this whole bracket by minus 2. So be very careful here. Minus 2 times 4y gives us minus 8y. Okay, because a negative times a positive gives us a negative. And then minus 2 times 7 gives me minus 14. And you'll notice sometimes I've said minus and sometimes I've said negative, and really they mean the same thing. Okay? All right. So my equation now is 9y plus 11 is equal to negative 8y minus 14. So we want to get all the y's on one side. So again, look at the coefficient of y. The coefficient of y here is 9. The coefficient of y here is negative 8. So what we should do is deal with that negative 8 by adding 8y to both sides. So 9y plus 8y is 17y plus 11 equals negative 8y plus 8y is 0. And then I've still got this minus 14 here. Okay, so I've got 17y plus 11 is equal to minus 14. So now I've got to take away 11 from both sides. So when I do that, I'm left with 17y is equal to minus 14 minus another 11 gives me minus 25. And so I need to divide by 17 on both sides. So 17 divided by 17 is 1y. So y is equal to minus 25 over 17. Or if we want to write that as a mixed fraction, 17 goes into 25 once with 8 left over. and it's a negative number, okay? So that's it for solving equations with brackets. So really, it's all the same things that you've already been doing in all of the other exercises. You just need to remember to expand the brackets first and then solve the equation as you normally would.